Hello everyone, welcome back for another video tutorial. So for this, in the previous video, we have already created a list that show the business names, and now unlike the home page, it is not just a simple text information. Now we are talking about for each item, it is the business entity that have different information like this. Okay, so now we can show one of the information for each entity. We are going to show price as well. So go ahead and come down here, and now as you can see in the previous example, for each item, this is the function that is used to render or display the text item. Now we are going to wrap this text along with the group widgets. So in this case, it's going to be a row widgets. So go ahead and place alternate and then enter on this and then wrap it with rows. Good. So now we have this. We just need to include another text. So Control D or Command D is on Macintosh to copy this downward. And you can observe that I can go ahead and put price. As soon as I put price, it's going to show error message because the price information has the data in the number format here, and the text doesn't like it. So you have to turn this into text by saying .toString. All right. And now when you save it, as you can see that I have two informations, but the problem is that it doesn't have any spacing here. Okay, so what we can do is we can go further and put the padding for each one of this. So go to the text, first text, and put padding. Go to the second one, place alternate, and return to add the padding as well. Okay, so now it seems like now we have a separate column. All right, good. Now the next step is we are going to add picture so that our application will look something pretty much like this. Okay, so the first step that we have to do is, in order to use a picture file in the asset folder in our applications, we have to tell the system first. So first, go to your application structure and search for the file pubspec.yaml over here, not lock, it is .yaml here. Double click and then go down to the sections that they have the comment for the asset. Okay, you have to turn it on. Now to turn it on, very simple. On line over 48 here, uncomment it so that this one go to the tab. The tab is really important. You just want tab here. And we are going to add the directory structure that support the asset folder. So you have to tab here and see first tab, and then put dash space and the name of the folder, which is asset. And then don't forget to put backslash a slash at the end. So that's the must. And from now on, you can reference to the name of the picture. Okay, the name of the picture by using slash, okay, asset followed by the name, just like what we have in here. So in this case, if you go back to our food page here, I did use slash and then asset slash followed by the name of the file. So one more time, go to PubSpec. Okay, turn this on. Make sure that you include the folder that you want to work with. This is the folder that we want to work with. And when just reference to this, that means all the file will be available. And to reference to it, we use slash followed by the name of the folder, slash, and the name of the file. Now, because we are trying to change the file structure in your applications by reference to this, now there are two steps that you have to perform. First, go to the PubSpec, and then you have to, after you make changes here, click over pubget, so that this one is going to update our asset here. And unfortunately for this version, I have discovered that if you run the application like now, it is going to yield the error and say that they do not understand those files. So in my case, I have to stop it, the entire application, and rerun the application one more time. And this would be able to understand who are those files. Okay, so now let's take a look at what we have done so far. So make a review quick one here. Go ahead and locate the file pubspec.yaml and uncomment these sections. Then put dash and put the name of the folder that you want to work with. So in the first video tutorial, we have pre-created this folder and then populate the folder with those files. Now, when you have slash only means you can access to all the file in this folder. So that's the trick. And in order to use this, okay, whenever you reference to that asset, don't forget to use the backslash for the prefix, followed by the name of the folder, slash, and the name of the file with the extension as well. All right, so over here now, the application should run correctly here. And the next step is I'm going to include the picture in the first column. Now over here, as you can see, we already have two texts. One is to get the names and the other one is to get the price. We are going to go ahead and have the picture widget as well. So in order to have picture widgets in here, you can have the image.asset. Okay, so let's go ahead and use image.asset alone first. So image.asset, and then for this is the unnamed parameter. So when it's unnamed, you don't have to put parameter name, you just put the data directly, which is list one. Then you can refer to the index.pick and save for this. And as you can see, that is going to yield the error message saying that unable to load asset food1.jpg. So sometimes it's happen like this. Okay, so what I have to do is I have to delete the applications and then start from scratch. Make sure that you save your application and run it again. Okay, so hopefully by the uninstall the applications, then we should see that this one have already support the file structure. All right. Okay, it's going to run for this, and now I can show you the code that we have now. That this is the new widget that we discover. It's called image.asset that doesn't take name parameter. Just like text, it take just the input directly here, and the input that we supply is the pick. All right. So in this case over here also, if you go over this, I have provide the tutorial. I think the reason that it doesn't work is because I think I don't have to put slash. That might be the case. Okay, so let me first make sure that it's going to show the error again. Oh, okay, so now let me take that slash off. So that might be the case, and reload it. So if reload this doesn't, okay, so now it's working. So okay, just to make a quick review, so this is there, okay, and whenever you want to define the name, no need for slash. Okay, sorry about that, no need for slash. So just the name of the folder slash and the name of the file. But the problem with this is that the picture size is a little bit too big. As you can see now, that is too big, right? So even now, if you put padding for the image, so you can put padding here. So go ahead and put alternate enter here and drag it with paddings. And still the picture size is a big one. And now we violate this as well. It doesn't show price. Alright, to fix this one, you're gonna have to wrap this into what we call the fitted box. The picture must be a child of the fitted box. So over here, as you can see, in the fitted box or cited box here, you can specify the width and the height. Now let's go ahead and put into cited box first. Okay, let me recall my Android Studio here. And I'm going to wrap this into, instead of padding, I'm gonna put it in cited box. And now I can define the width for 100 and the height for 100 as well. And now the paddings. Oh, then I have to remove this. Alright, so let's take a look at the result. As you can see now that the picture size is now conformed to the size of whatever we have here. You can increase the size to see the effect for the 50 and 20. So they try to fit the picture image based on these two conditions, the width and the height. You can now wrap the size that box into a padding as well, so that you have the padding here. Okay, so this is the vertical list, and in most cases that's the list that people work with. All right, and over here I have fulfilled the requirement to create a list that look like this. But now you might wonder, okay, what if I would like to be able to define the ratio of the width for each one of this? How can I define this one? Okay, so you're gonna have to wrap this into expanded box. Okay, so in order to wrap this into expanded box, then so that we can define the width ratio for each one of these, like this is taking about half of the screen, this is taking 25% and 25%. And how do I know to come up with this number? Well, together when you add this number up, 4 plus 2 plus 2 is become number 8. And if this one take 4 out of 8, that means this one take 50%, and 2 out of 8 is 25%, and so on. Okay, so go ahead and grab each widget with the expanded, and then you can define the ratio with the use of the parameter name flex. So go ahead and do this. So here the first one, I'm gonna have to wrap this into expanded. So let's go ahead and wrap it widgets, and then I can put expanded, and then put the flag here for 4. Now for this one, I can put widgets for expanded and put flag here for 2. So this one is going to be wrapped inside widgets with and the widgets now is about expanded with the flag for 2 as well. And as you can see now that after I changed this, this one take about 50% of the screen. Now you can make changes to see the result as well. If I go further 5, as you can see, this one taking more spaces, 6, and so on. So this is how you control the ratio of the column, okay, for this vertical list like this. And that is done through the use of expanded. As you can see now that we have 3 different expanded sit as the child for this row widgets. So each row we have 3 different columns. Each column now is used the expanded. Expanded now control the aspect of what is the ratio comparing to this whole screen. Okay, so that is used to the use of frac. Alright, so I think this is all for this video tutorial. So for the next video tutorial, we are going to explore the use of another layout techniques that allow us to show the picture in the grid direction. So now you can see that we are showing this into, for each row it is 1 item. We are going to change this into a grid view. I'll see you there. Thank you.